Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alona Taraka, and welcome back to WIJT video show on our YouTube channel. First, I would like to say congratulations to everyone that is involved in our nonprofit, Operation Apple, and we have finally received our 501c3 designation from the IRS. So thank you to the IRS for making that happen. We are so excited to start our fundraising, and we hope to have our first annual gala next year. So we are in the throes of organizing that, and that's fun. And where you are, if you are welcome, to start a fundraiser for Operation Apple, you may. All right. So you can do whatever you wish to do to raise funding for our nonprofit. That would be great. And of course, the funding would be tax deductible for you. All right. So now we are ready to really, get into it and meet and speak with, many different policymakers that are out there across our country. And we do have support from, most everyone that I talk to. So I don't think we're ever going to have a problem raising funding. All right. And we want to see more student discipline policies changed to reflect restorative practices in school districts around our country versus zero tolerance discipline policies, which we all know most of it does not work with many of our students today. So in keeping to that, we do teach conflict resolution skills in our peace rooms in the middle and high schools. So I found this little presentation in my paperwork that I've been cleaning up here. And it is about, effective communication and resolving our conflicts peacefully and nonviolently. All right. So what I'd like to do is begin by introducing, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was a big advocate for peace and nonviolence in our society. And it's also, we're still celebrating Black History Month. So I thought it would be, a good idea to pay tribute to him and his philosophies. All right, so he was a gentleman that was living ahead of his time with his philosophies of conflict resolution and maintaining peace within our society. If he was alive today, I'm sure he would be, much happier to see the major changes that have already happened in our society since his passing. But we still have a long way to go. It is just so sad that in our living environment, we still see inequalities and negativity towards our fellow humans. Humans are naturally territorial, so conflict is a reality that must be made known, and a solution needs to be made happen as soon as possible. So in his memory, let's devote some time here to his teachings and how you can utilize these in your families and communities. First, let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. When we think about conflict resolution and nonviolence, we think about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. These are the cornerstone of his foundational teachings to ensure our society has the ability to resolve its differences on their own, instead of always relying on the justice system for a solution. How can we do this? Well, I believe every community has the ability to provide a place where local residents can go to resolve their differences peacefully. Whether it be a community center or a library meeting room or at a place of worship or meeting for a meal at a restaurant. Believe it or not, breaking bread together does help with conflict resolution. When we do meet to resolve our differences, here is a list of conflict resolution etiquette rules that we should adopt into our family dynamics and community conflicts. Number 1, do not criticize or put down one another. Number 2, do not point fingers at each other. Number 3, control your anger. Number 4, do not yell, scream, or shout. Number 5, speak in a respectful tone of voice. Number 6, do not curse or use negative language. Now, I'd like to go on a tangent here to discuss nonviolent communication. And yes, there is a difference between nonviolent versus violent communication skills. For example, the choice of words that are used within our own speaking skills will determine the communication between us that creates the environment of how a conflict is either resolved or goes on for a long time without improvement. Number 7, respect and validate one another's feelings. Number 8, when expressing feelings, always use I statements. For example, I feel uncomfortable when you raise your voice, or I feel angry when you come home too late. Number 9, turn off all technology when trying to resolve a conflict, such as the telephone, cell phone, television, radio, and computers. Number 10, do not drink alcohol or do drugs when trying to resolve a conflict. You want to be as clear-minded as possible. Getting high is not going to help you think and focus on the priority here. Number 11, after the conflict has been resolved, give each other a hug or a handshake. Following these rules will greatly assist in your conflict resolution efforts. So now, what can we do on this day every year in memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as well as celebrating the birthdays of our presidents? Well, it's a good time to start resolving conflicts that you are currently experiencing within yourself using talk therapy. Because we have inner demons, or you think maybe somebody hates you. This is a personal conflict that must be resolved in order to better prepare yourself to be a part of a conflict solution that needs to be resolved elsewhere in your life. Do not come to the table of conflict resolution if you have many conflicts to resolve within yourself first. Personally, I do try to resolve conflicts within my own family. But if a family member is not interested in improving their inner conflicts, it makes it almost impossible to resolve the conflict within my family. That makes sense, right? So another name, as I said before, is Conflict Resolution Day. And do not let another year go by with negative thinking about yourself or others that have come onto your path in life. So now as a teacher, I am going to give you an assignment here. Today, choose a conflict in your life and try to resolve it. Thank you for your time and your interest today, and we'll see you next time.